chose to be here to learn and to improve. Give yourself another big round of applause. So today, the topic that I'm going to share is called the fundamental of the sales cycle. So this is the basics of doing sales in IQI Elite and Eliteone. A lot of the top performers, when they started, they do this. Okay, they follow the sales cycle and eventually become who they are today. Top performers earning good sum of money. So today I'll do my very best, okay, everything that I could to pass on this knowledge to all of you. Since all of you are new, okay, I believe at the end of the day when you leave this room, you get a lot out of the topics that I shared today. A better understanding of what sales is all about. Okay, let's start. Is it okay? Okay, turn to the person next to you and say, let's start. Let's start. Alright, okay. Who am I? My name is Dave Chong. I'm the Group Vice President for IQI. I'm the Team Manager for the team. Allow me to do a self-introduction about myself. Is it okay? Yeah? Since I think most of you actually do not know me, I think half the room are quite new. Okay? I was studying in Sri Kemangan. That time I was awarded top student in my school. Okay? Then I moved to SBM. I got full A's for SBM. I got full A's for A-levels. And then I studied civil engineering in Imperial College London in United Kingdom. Again, I got a first class honour with first class honour degree in Master of Engineering. So after that, I worked in London for 2 years before I come back to Malaysia in the year of 2010. So beside academic studies, I also participate in a lot of sports events. Okay, I was the school table tennis champion. Okay, Burgu champion, building in double. And I played basketball. I was a youth cup champion back in 2000. In university, Nottingham Games, that's a game for all Malaysians in the United Kingdom. We were champion as well in 2007. And after that, I worked for Chorus. There's a railway company in the UK. For 3 months as an intern, I worked in Foster Wheeler, an oil and gas contracting firm also in the UK for 2 years. And I worked for Michael Buckley's Partnership. That's a consultancy firm for building structure before I come back to Malaysia. Okay, I joined IQI in the year of 2014. Okay, then in year 2014, I was sitting in your place right now, a normal rank, real estate negotiator, cracking my head how to do sales. And then that time, our team manager, Derek and Aaron, actually gave us very good training. That's why now I'm standing here passing on the knowledge and experience to all of you. This is the result that we have achieved last year. We have closed in total of 435 million worth of sales in 2016. Okay, if you compare these figures to a small and medium-sized agency, we can easily beat them. No problem at all. Not a lot of agency can build a 400 million sales force. This year, we have already concluded 280 million sales for our team, Elite1. So in the month of June, it is the highest. So this month up to date, we still have about 2 days left, we have hit about 64 million sales. Okay? So this is a brief introduction of myself, our team, and also the IQI platform. Before I go into the topics of sales cycle, the fundamental of sales cycles, I would like to talk a bit about property investment. Who have invested in property before? At least one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who have not invested in property? About half the room. Okay. So, in Malaysia, property investment is very, very important for wealth creation. Okay? So all of us in IQI, in Elite 1, we need to understand the importance of property investment. Okay? For those who have not invested before, do you know why you need to invest in property? This lady over here. What's your name, by the way?
Jaren.
Sorry?
Jaren.
Jaren. Jaren. If I give you money, you want to invest in property, why do you want to buy property?
Because this one is like keep growing up. It's like and it's like kind of assets and you know like just more
Okay. So very correct answer. It's an asset. The value will keep going up. Okay, which is correct in Malaysia. The property price, if you look at the history, have always been going up. Even if you look at the property price in other countries, in Singapore, in Hong Kong, okay, in Taiwan, yes, the property prices go up and down, but if you draw a line in the middle, it is always going up. Do you agree with that point? So these are the fundamentals of property investment knowledge that you need to know, okay, in order to be able to become a consultant. Because in IQI, in Elite 1, or in Elite Legacy, some of you are in Elite Legacy, we do not call ourselves an agent. Okay? People ask you, what do you do? I'm a property agent. No, we do not say that. We say we are a consultant. We are a property consultant. We are a financial consultant. So we need to advise on our client on financial methods and investing method. So to become a professional property consultant, you need to be very knowledgeable. Do you agree with me? If you call yourself a consultant, it means you need to know a lot. So a lot of people think that to become an agent can make a lot of money and very quick bucks, like get rich quick scheme. No, it's not correct. In our industry, you need to work really hard. Okay, I am not scaring you away, but if you want to make top bucks, okay, you need to work really hard to improve a lot of things. Your knowledge, okay, both in property investment and in other areas, not just in property investment. You need to understand what's mutual fund, what's insurance, okay, what's MLM, how does the MLM system works, how does the insurance overriding system works, okay, when do you need to write a will, how do you buy shares, what is a share, what is the share market, how do you go IPO, okay, how does corporation make money, all these things you need to know. You do not need to become an expert, but at least when I ask you, hey, what's IPO? You can answer me, it's called initial public offering. Meaning when a company make a lot of money, they want to raise fund from the market, they can do so using the stock market. Okay, that's called IPO. So you can use simple language to explain to your client what all these things are about. Of course, you need to understand a lot about property investment. Okay, so today's topic will not touch in depth about real estate investment. That will be another topic, maybe next week. We call our class the Gold class. Okay, the other class is called the Diamond class. So we are very separated. For new joiners, we join the Gold class. Okay, we'll talk about property investment more in the future. Today I'll just do a brief summary, like what sorry, I forget your name. Jaren. Like what Jaren says is correct. Is hedge against inflation. The property price will keep on going up, and you hold a solid asset. That's one of the reasons. Another reason is when you buy property, you can leverage on the banks. Okay, no investment in the world beside property, you can leverage about 90 to 100% of other people's money. We call it OPM. Other people's money means the bank money to buy an asset. If you buy share, you need to pay 100% of the capital to invest in share. But in property, you only pay 10%, 90% will come from the bank. And then when the property price appreciates, okay, you make the whole sum, not just the 10%. For example, 1 million property, you pay 100,000, but when the property price appreciated by 10%, how much do you make? 1 million appreciated by 10%, how much do you make? 100,000. And how much is your capital? 10%? 100,000. So how much do you make? 100%. So it's a very good way to leverage your money. Your asset appreciate by 10%, your capital appreciate by 100%. No investment in the world can give you this kind of return. So these are the things that you need to understand and speak to your client in such a way that he understands it very clearly. Then you are one step towards professionalism in property investment industry. Okay, so that's a brief summary about property investment. So today the main topic is the $1 million sales cycle. So this is a system that we came up with in the early days when we started Elite Team. We have summarized into all the things that you need to learn, okay, into 6 steps. So it's the 6 technical skills that you need to become a top sales. First, okay, I'll give you a brief summary of the entire circle, then I go in one by one. Okay? First, you need to generate leads, because leads are the blood flow of a sale. Without leads, without sales, as simple as that. Because if I can give you the best product in the world, very valuable, okay, easy to sell, and no-brainer product, but you don't have a telephone number to call, you do not have a client to meet, no sales. So all of you sitting here, actually the most important thing in your career is this part. Okay, leads. Where do you find leads? Later I'll show you. Later I'll show you where do you find leads. Okay? Are you getting me? Okay, so you need to know how to draw this circle. When the next time I ask you to come out and present, you need to draw it step by step. So the second point, okay, now you have already got your leads. Okay, you've got your telephone number and the name and the email address. What do you need to do? You need to contact them. So you need to call the lead. In leads, in appointment skill, there are 2 sets. One is called the warm leads. The other one is called the cold leads. The warm one is the leads that you generated from a marketing activity. For example, if you put a sponsor ads in Facebook, you put up an advertisement, and the client actually fill up the form and say, I'm actually interested to buy a property, can you call me? And then you give them a call. That's called warm calling. The other part is called cold calling. That's when the other party do not expect you to give them a call. For example, you buy a master listing, or you buy a credit card list before the names, and then you just call one by one. You say, I'm from IQI, I'm actually a property consultant. Recently, we're launching a new project in a very strategic location called Oakland Road. Are you interested to look at the property? This is called cold calling. And then say, well, how will you look at my number? Don't call me. You get a lot of objection from cold calling. But it also works because it has proven that we close a lot of deals from warm leads and also from cold leads. So both sets of skills you need to learn how to use it. Okay, third one is presentation. How do you present a project? So when you meet your client, what do you need to do? The first thing you need to do, second thing, third thing, all the way to the sales gallery, come back to the closing table, there's actually some action that you need to take in order to maximize your closing rate. So later I'll share with you as well. And then closing part. This is very tricky. A lot of people are not very good in closing. They can do fantastic presentation, but when it reaches the time of asking for payment, for credit card, okay, or for a check, they do not dare to ask. Okay, we experienced that before. So how do you overcome this fear of asking for card? Actually, it's very nervous. Last time, me and Ben, when we were selling Cyberjaya Eclipse, we were sitting together, and then the client sitting here. And then at the time of closing, we want to ask for the payment. I believe both our hearts are pumping so fast. he said, can I have your credit card and IC? And then we were waiting for the answer. Sit down, put that in. Let me think about it. No, this is really a good investment. You should not miss this opportunity of a lifetime. Okay. Anyway, want to jump up already the heart. We quickly take the IC and credit card, go to the sales gallery, and then photocopy. And then when we come back, we say, hey, wait. Take back my credit card. I think I need to ask my mother. I need to ask my mother. I say, actually, no need to ask mother, but no, I'm the daughter. I need to respect the elderlies. I need to ask my mother first. Let me go back and ask first. Then you take the card and child already. This kind of experience, you as an agent, as a consultant, you experience many times. And then I can tell you it's really exciting and interesting. Okay? If you have not experienced that kind of feeling before, meaning you have not done enough. Definitely. If you are closing a lot of sales, you experience this many times. Sometimes during closing, you have to push really hard. Say, let me think about it. Then you drag him to a corner, show him the model again, show him the price chart, talk a lot of things, drag him into the sales gallery, come back up, and sit down again, and then ask for another time, ask for the credit card, and say, no, let me think about it. No. You can think about it, but let me give you some information to think about it. And then take out a paper and write. Again, experience is very exciting, I tell you. So, in our sales career, this is a very exciting part. It's like a roller coaster ride. Okay? You go up and down, and at the end of the day, you can make a lot of money. Yeah? So that's the closing part. Closing part, I'll drill into it later. Follow-up, there's two parts. One is to follow up on the loan. Okay, you need to understand loan application very well. Okay, which bank accept what kind of documents? Okay, which bank do not accept what kind of documents? Okay, you need to understand that very well. The second part is a relationship building part. So it tests your interpersonal skills. Yeah. So after you have closed the deal, you have to maintain close contact with your client. Okay? Because this is a very fragile period. They might change their mind very easily. So if you build a relationship well, the cancellation rate will be lower. What I do normally, straight after closing, I'll send them a gift already. I'll buy a chocolate, about 100 ringgit or 50 ringgit. Okay? Go to their office and say, hey, I passed by your office. I'll just give you something. Pass them a chocolate. Okay? This is called 人情 in Chinese. Because I experienced this before, I was sold an insurance policy again by one of my friends. He called me through cold calling. So his colleague actually is really persistent. He called me every single day. I say, I don't want to buy insurance. I don't want. They give us a chance. Okay, this is a different product. And lady, his voice is so sweet. It's very hard to reject. And then when the insurance agent came over, it's a guy. Because it's a caller and presenter system. So he presented really well, and I bought about 10,000 worth of saving plan per annum. And then the next week, actually, I was thinking to cancel the policy. He called me, and he invited me for dinner, and then give me a book. Okay, it is a token of appreciation. Book on property investment. Then, initially, I actually wanted to cancel the policy, but more easy. So this is very important in relationship building. So if you make your client to become your friend, then the chances of them cancelling a policy or cancelling a unit is slightly lower. Okay, that's on the follow-up part. On the referral, that's the last one, 6, is you need to build good relationship with all your clients. Because behind them, they have a lot of friends and family members who like to buy as well, correct? So you need to tap into this network. When you tap into this network, then it becomes your lead again. Then you can do the sales again. So it's called a sales cycle. So it's turning and turning and turning So for all of you sitting here right now, first step, you need to generate leads, a lot of leads. Either from Facebook, from social network, and from referral. Okay, so the arts of getting leads, these are 3 parts that you need to focus. Actually, there are many others, but to simplify things, first, you need to make full use of Facebook. Okay, Facebook, who do not have a Facebook account? 100% have a Facebook account, right? What do you post on your Facebook?
Food.
Do you post a lot of food in your Facebook account? Who posts food in their Facebook account? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 people. Okay, yes, there's nothing wrong about posting your food. Every time you go to a very nice restaurant, you take a picture and then you post on Facebook, yes. But that will not create leads for you. People will not say, wow, very good food, I want to buy property from you. It doesn't look that way. Okay? And who realized that you have your friends always post negative stuff on your Facebook? Do you have friends who post negative stuff on Facebook? Right? What do they post?
Saying that why people like that, and then I should be very strong or something like that.
Yes. What's your name, by the way?
One way.
One way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So when you see their post, their status, you feel like, oh, why? You look positive. You feel like very.
You feel very down, right, after reading all these things. Yeah, correct. Okay, we actually went out for our branding and positioning course for Facebook. Okay, the one thing that you should not do is to post negative stuff. What do you mean by negative stuff? For example, now today I go to work, the traffic is really jammed. I say, wow, bloody hell, the traffic is so jammed today, and then you take a traffic photo and post on Facebook. A lot of people do that, right? You see a lot of traffic jam photos on Facebook, right? That is called a negative news. Okay? Or you read about one MDB, Najib took 2.6 billion, and then you were scolding him, saying, why take the money? And then you post Rosma and Najib photo on your Facebook, and then you write negative comment. That is also a negative review. Okay? Negative posting. That will not give you an aura of success. Meaning, for example, if I read your post within one way, okay, she posted Najib photo and squared a lot of words in it. I read now. What is my impression of her? Is it good impression or bad impression? It will be bad impression, right? I'll feel 做美國人咁嘅。Actually, I experienced this a lot. There's this friend of mine, really beautiful, very pretty one, very tall, good figures, good skin. But whenever she write in Facebook, it's swearing words one. FFF. Swearing words. So, my impression on her initially was this. After I added her Facebook, it was, okay, 本來我係追佢嘅，都唔可以追我。Okay, so Facebook actually is really powerful on both sides. It can be very positive, it can be very negative. So if you want to become a top leader, meaning a leader of your own respect, meaning you want to become top sales, okay, top performer, or in your company you want to become the top, most successful employee, do not post negative stuff. Do not complain about the boss, about the country, about the weather, about the traffic in your Facebook. All top leaders that motivate people, that inspire people. Okay? You look at Jack Ma, you look at Mark Zuckerberg, you look at Muhammad Gandhi, look at all the top leaders in the world that motivate and inspire people. They do not write negative comments on other things. So this is really important for Facebook. So in our team, we encourage people to post a lot of good stuff. The property price actually appreciated, okay, and the economy is growing. Okay, these are positive stuff. Not to say that we try to avoid the negative, but there are enough negativity in the industry already, in the market. If you don't post, your friend will post. Let them post. You become the hero, okay? And post all the positive things, and then slowly people will realize the change. How come Wen Wei is very different already? He posts different stuff already. He posts about politics, good politics. He talk about motivational speeches. He talk about Anthony Robbins. He talk about property investment. He talk about successes. Then I would like to become your friend, and I will contact you. And if I know you are in the property industry, I'll PM you or I will call you. Actually, I'm looking for a property. Do you have any good buy to recommend? We close many deals through Facebook like this. When we're selling Dover in Bangsa South, okay, I actually posted a lot of good things about Bangsa South and about property industry and about the economy. And then my friend one day he called me, hey Dave, I want to buy property, I want to invest in property, I have extra cash. Which one do you recommend? I said, okay, are you free tonight? I go to your house. Then I drive all the way to Puchong to his house, I sit down and talk about property and talk about Dover. So I managed to sold 2 units. And then another friend of mine also realized that I'm in the property industry. And then I always post good stuff. If you look at my Facebook, it's about giving speeches, giving seminars, okay, encouraging people to make a lot of money, encouraging good lifestyle. Then they also inspired. They say, hey, actually I want to invest in property. Then I sold another 2 units. So in total, through Facebook, I sold 12 units of normal. That's about 200,000+ commission already, just within 1 month. Okay. 1 month last year, I jumped from 2 million to 10 million sales. Okay, for normal. So that one, I think Facebook is really important. So from now on, if you are still posting food, Najib, traffic jam, the rain, the weather, I think you should stop. It's not that I want to influence your Facebook habit, but that will not help you to generate sales. That's true, right? If you really want to post these kind of things, you create another account just to post negative news, and then you don't add anyone there. But nowadays, people say, I want to separate my Facebook account from my work. You have heard that before? In a company, people do not want to add their bosses. Okay? Facebook is only for friends, not for clients, not for bosses, not for supplier. Actually, if you still think that way, you are outdated already. Because nowadays, it's work-life integration. Meaning your life is your work, your work is your life. So, if you add your boss, and then you post a lot of positive stuff in the internet, in the Facebook, your boss will think of you differently. That's how we do things. Okay? How we show our clients, how we show our bosses that we are a positive figure and then really we have big vision. Yep. And on the other one, what you need to learn, maybe you can write down, you need to learn how to use Facebook to do sponsor ads. That's pay ads. Okay? That one will be a topic by itself. You will spend about 2-3 hours on Facebook advertisement. It will not be today's topic, but bear that in mind. If you have time, just go to YouTube, go to Google and search sponsor ads and how to do effective marketing in Facebook. That will help you to generate a lot of leads. So for a lot of newcomers in either in Elite team, we have actually marketing team. We have a few marketing team. If you do not have leads or you want to contribute a fund to leads generation, you can talk to your leader. They will do it for you. But you have to pay that. You have to pay for the marketing. What is social network? Your friends and your family members and your relatives. These people, they want to buy property. Many times when we are in this industry, we are very shy to tell people that we are actually in the property industry. Okay, whether you are part-time or full-time, you are very shy. I don't dare to tell my friends I'm property. I don't dare to write property consultant in Facebook. If you have that kind of thinking, I can tell you cannot go very far, definitely. Because your friend do not know you are selling property, how do they buy from you? You know, there was one time I was selling Southview in Bangsa South. Okay, I walked into the sales gallery, my very close friend is signing the booking form with the developer. I said, hey, you buy property? You buy Southview? Oh, congratulations, it's a very good property. because developer is over there. But then behind I say, hey, actually I also sell this project. You should buy from me. I don't know. I do not know you are selling. I do not know you are a real estate agent. If you have told me earlier, I would have bought from you. That's why we have to announce to the world that we are in the property industry. Caleb actually did a very good job when he joined into property. He was from OCBC before, and then he jumped into the property industry. So he actually took his telephone and blasted a SMS message to all their friends and say, now I'm actually a property agent. If you are looking for property, kindly contact Caleb Chin. I received a message, that's why I call you. Yeah, that's why he's in IQI right now. So you have to let all your friends know what industry you are in. Okay, whether you are insurance, MLM, or property, you need to feel very proud of your own profession. Because in our profession, we feel really proud about it because we are introducing very good projects to our client, and we are teaching our client how to maximize their return by utilizing and leveraging on other people's money. Yeah, a lot of our clients, they make a lot of money. Really, they buy property. After a few years, they have positive cash flows, and then when they flip, they make a few $100,000 because of you. They save like 5 to 10 years work. Okay? They need to work 5 years or 10 years less compared to they have not met you. So you should be proud of your own profession. We are actually a profession of pride. Okay? And our profession is very easy to open topic because everybody in Malaysia, especially Chinese, like to buy properties, like to invest in properties. Unlike insurance or MLM, people are less willing to listen to you. In a dinner table, normally when you say, hey, I sell property, they will say, hey, which area to buy, which project to buy. Then they will have a lot of conversation around. You say, hey, I do insurance. Then they say, will they come and say, hey, what saving plan to buy? What medical card is best for me? They become very excited about medical card. Not a lot of people will become excited about this, right? Or you say, hey, I do Amway. Then you rush, hey, actually I like vitamin C. Can you sell me the Bio C? I think it's really good. Become very excited about vitamins. Maybe 1 out of 100 they will, but general public normally will not. Yeah? Okay? So, announce yourself as a property agent or property consultant and talk to all your friends. Always open the property investment topics because there are a lot of topics to talk about if you understand all the script, all the strategies. Okay? So that's on the social network part. The third part is on the referral. Meaning after you have closed a deal, okay, you need to ask for referral. In our team there's a member called Jess Chong. She closed a lot of deals from referral. Okay? Because she served the client really well, the client had very good impression on her. So the client always refer client to her. So he managed to close the second, third, fourth deal, even like fifth deal from one single client. This client buy from her and then he recommend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 friends to her. And then this is easy leads. And then through referral, normally the closing rate is higher. Because you have good review already. You say, hey, 呢個 project 真係唔錯，阿 Jess 唔錯嘅，你可以同佢買，信得過呢個人。Word of mouth. Very powerful. So, if you want to really be successful in this industry, if you have closed a deal, build really strong relationship with your client. Whenever I close a deal, after 1 or 2 weeks, I'll invite my client for a dinner. Okay? I'll bring them to Zenri or Yuzu, 100-200 ringgit dinner. You make 10,000, spend 200 ringgit, okay. Right? Ask their families to come along, ask their friends to come along, and then have a good dinner, have a good chat together. And then they will have a very good impression of you. If a client buy 2 units, normally what I do, if they buy 2 units, I will give them a month plan. people have a mobile pen. Not a lot of people spend 1,000 ringgit to buy a pen. So when they receive the pen, they'll be really touched. One of my doctor client, he bought 2 units from me, one Southview, one Mines Wellness Center. So when he signed the SPA, he actually bought a compound plan. He said, hey, don't use this pen, I have a gift for you. And then boom, open up my pen, sign your SPA, use this pen. Wow, he was so touched, tears also come out already. Really, no joking, no joke. Really, he was really touched. He said, thank you very much. This is the best gift I have ever received. So if you do these kind of things, you build a long-term relationship with your client, and then they will refer friends to you. Whenever they think of property, they will think of you, and then they will refer friends to you. So eventually, when your referral network becomes so powerful, you do not have to do new leads anymore. You just do referral business. That's enough for you to sustain for 1 year. Previously, our vice president called Derek So, he's really, really good in referral business. So he was doing sub-sale in Bangsa, okay? Bangsa shop lots, and Bangsa condo. So his business all come from referral, okay? Because he's built such a strong relationship with the client that become brothers really. Whenever they want to sell, whenever they want to buy, whenever they want to rent, they'll find Derek So. Even when agent approached him, he said, you're going to cooperate with Derek So. I don't want to deal with you directly. Until this strong. Why do I know that? Because I'm his client. I bought the Mont Kiara property from Derek So, and then he actually treated me very well. Dinner, brought me to many places, drinks, and then finally he recruited me to IQI. The rest is history. Okay? So referral is very important. Okay? So this is the first part, the art of getting leads. The second part is the art of calling. Okay? So now you have got your lead already, or even a referral. Let's say your client give you a number. They say, hey Dave, this is my friend Ken. You give this is the telephone number, give him a call. So how do you start the conversation? You have a lead from Facebook. How do you start the conversation? A lot of people are afraid of calling. Actually, if you have not done it and I ask you to call a client or call a lead, you will be very nervous. And then your voice becomes very jittery. Yeah. So to overcome this, you need a set of scripts to help you. So in Elite, we have the Elite Power Script that you can follow. Okay, how it works is like this. Normally, you call a Facebook client and say, hey, good morning, Mr. Lee. My name is Dave Chong. I'm calling with regards to a property in Oak Lane Road because I received your inquiry from Facebook. Can I have 2 minutes with you to talk about the project? Normally they will say yes, 2 minutes. Why do we use 2 minutes? Because 2 minutes is short. So they say, 2 minutes, okay, let's think harder. They say, okay, our project is in a very strategic location in Oak Lane Road. Are you familiar with that location? You throw them a question. They say, okay, regardless of whether they say so or so, you still continue. You say, okay, this project, for example, Milas, is next to a project called Verve Suite, which is 1,100 per square feet in Oak Lane Road. And this project is freehold on a piece of 6.8 acres land, overlooking the entire Oak Lane Road and also Mid Valley. And also on the other side is Jalan Kassim, Bukit Kassim. And then you stop for a while, and you ask questions. If they have not asked questions, then you continue. You say, this project is developed by a very, very famous developer called Exim. Have you heard of Exim before? Ask them a question. Then you slowly build up the value. This project is really good for investment because the upfront down payment is really low. Okay, it's almost zero. And at the end of the day, you still get back money if you are able to get 90% loan. On top of that, it's partially furnished. Exim quality. If you have seen Exim quality projects, you know what I mean. So this is called fishing. So you don't give out all information, but you fish for it. You fish for the curiosity. Well, what project is this? He said, if you are really interested, we have a very beautiful sales gallery in Old Klang Road. Will you be able to come over the weekend? Do you prefer Saturday or Sunday? You don't ask whether you can come or not. You ask, do you prefer Saturday or Sunday? Okay, if they say, Saturday, do you prefer morning 10 o'clock or afternoon 2 p.m.? Very specific. Let them have a time frame. Don't say just morning or afternoon, because they will say, afternoon, maybe 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock. You specify 2 p.m. They say, can we do 3 p.m.? Wait a second, let me check my calendar. Take out the calendar. In fact, you know there's nothing. Okay, 3 p.m. I actually have one slot. Okay, I can do 3 p.m. for you. So I will see you in the sales gallery. I will send you the address later at 3 p.m. in Old Klang Road, Bukit Pasang. So if you do this, you increase the rate of appointment. So you will be able to pull them out easier. Compared to people who are not confident, sometimes when an insurance agent or property agent call me, it feels like they are reading from a script. Have you received this kind of phone call before? Mr. Chong, I'm calling from Hong Kong Bank. I have one product for you. It's called a saving plan. It give you 20% interest. If you speak like this, I guarantee you will not have an appointment. But all new joiners actually speak like this. Okay? So, it's practice makes perfect. You don't be paiseh or shy to make the first call. Your first few or even 10 calls will be like this, very nervous. But eventually, the more you call, the better you become, and then you don't even need a script. You can talk just like this, you talk very fluently, and then you can, if they ask you questions that you cannot answer, you can actually tai chi away. So this is the fundamentals in calling that we need. Okay, this is a very important skill because no appointment means no sale. So the number one important is needs. Number two important is appointment. So you need to perform really well over the phone. Just practice for the first 10 times. Take a recorder and record your voice. I think in your phone there's some function that you can record. Record and play back. Then you see how well or how not well you perform. And then you can ask your leader or your friend to sit beside and then ask them to listen. Sometimes they realize what kind of mistakes that you should avoid. Because last time my girlfriend, when she do calling, I asked her to sit down and listen. I said, hey, 你不应该这样讲，你应该这样讲。10 times, 20 times, you perfect the calling until it's like this. Yeah. So calling involves a lot of practice. If you do not know how to start, talk to your leader. They will give you the power script. We call it power script to follow. That's for the first guidance. Okay? And then you need to have a lot of energy. Calling, you cannot sit down like this. Sometimes if you sit down, the client can feel it, no energy. You stand up, you use the headphone, and then you you feel a lot of energy. And then the client can feel it. And then you smile. When you call, you smile. It's very amazing experience. I think the other party can feel it one. You smile, and the more you smile, the more energy you have. And then you can, the energy can actually transfer to the other party and they can feel it, they will come out. Yeah. We even close cases through phones. Without seeing sales gallery, we collected payment. I've done that a few times before. Because we presented so well that, 如果你今天不来一定没有了这个unit。我现在先给你看那个价钱，还有那个地点，还有那个layout。你如果真的是有兴趣的话，现在你就 transfer 那个钱过来，我给那个反长电话，那个银行号码。And then they become very nervous already because I myself become very 敢叫 ，they also become very 敢叫。是啊 ，OK， 我现在打那个钱给你，多少钱？5000块 ，OK， transfer, bank transfer, without seeing the person, without seeing the sales gallery. We close deals like this before. I give you a lot of examples, and these are real life examples. When we were doing a project called One Foresta in Penang, I think 1.5 years ago, 5 of us actually drove all the way to Penang to sell a project called One Foresta. And when we arrived in Penang, it was 3 a.m. in the morning. And then Tony and Shihan was standing in front of the office, and then we started the project briefing. 3 p.m. In the morning. And then we spent 1 hour to talk about the project. And then the next day, we wake up at 8 o'clock, we go for breakfast, 9 o'clock, we started calling. Because that time, it was selling so fast. Every day we sell like 10, 20 units. And then not many units left already. So in the mornings, 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, we started calling, and they say, 这个 project 真的是很好，如果你今天不来的话，明天我跟你讲，一定是没有 guarantee。是咩？像我今天要来了 ，OK， 12点，我在 sales gallery 接你。Everyone can understand Mandarin. Who can understand Mandarin? Okay lah, can understand Mandarin. And then actually that week itself, I personally brought back 30,000 pounds from that project. We sold like 10 over units of One Foresta. And then the appointment we all secure on the same day. We call in the morning, we want them to come in the afternoon or the next hour. And because our energy is so high, and when we speak, the client can feel it and they really want to come out. Instead of like very dull voice and no energy, you will not be able to secure appointment. Yeah? So you really have to up your energy when you do calling, even in your presentation. Feel really energetic, really motivated, really inspired to do it, and then you'll be able to secure a lot of appointments. Okay? So the art of building values, I call it the presentation. So in IQI Elite team, we are slightly different from other agencies. Normally when other agents, when they present a project, they only present a project as a project. So they give a lot of information out regarding the project. For example, if you want to sell needles, you give a lot of information like this. The developer is called Exim, it's on a 7.8 acres land, there are 40 over stories, there are 3 swimming pools. Okay, we have 1,200 square feet, we have 1,400 square feet, we have 2 car parks. Okay, we have type A, type B, type C. We have facing west, facing east. So this is only project information. They can get it in the brochure anyway. Okay, so it will not help you to close a lot of cases. Yes, you can close. Maybe the buyer already know the project and they already want to invest, and you now job choi, you are the agent and serving, they place booking. Yes, that's very likely. But in the market now, it's very competitive. There are a lot of agents out there. So how do you compete with them? Not just by providing information. You have to add a lot of values. When I say value added, you have to give to a max over 100% to your client. What kind of values do you build for your clients? The next slide I will share with you. So if you are still doing a human brochure, just provide project information, that's not enough. But that's necessary. You have to understand the project inside out. Okay? But on top of that, you still need to learn a lot of things. Okay? So, in Elite 1, we built these 4 values. Okay, this triangle. In the middle is yourself. First, you build the value for a location. So in your presentation, when you meet your client, the first thing that you need to present is always the location. You do not start on the project first, you start on the location first. Project always go to the end. Okay? How do you, okay, I summarize first. You need to put value for location, you need to build value for the developer, you need to build value for the pricing, and at the end, throughout all this value building exercise, you build a lot of value for yourself. Okay, in the middle. Location, how do you build value for location? Just take Millers, for example. You need to really know how to draw the map. Okay? Because we are selling Millers right now. All the way from Mid Valley to Puchong. You need to know what project, what price, what rental rate, everything you need to know. What highway is connecting to Old Klang Road, you also need to know. So there are actually 7 highways that connect to Old Klang Road. Okay? Who has seen me drawn the Old Klang Road map before? 20%. Okay, I'll draw it again. Those who have seen, bear with me lah. Okay, this is how you build a value for a location. Normally, I like to draw a map. Okay, so Old Klang Road is the buyer. This is Old Klang Road. Okay, this is Federal Highway. This is East West Link. This is Carroll Swan Highway. So on the right hand side of Old Klang Road, what is this project called? This is called Mid Valley. Okay, opposite Mid Valley, there's a new project called Echo City. Okay, and then here, there's a super mega project called Bandar Malaysia. Bandar Malaysia. Here is called Bangsa South. This area is called Bangsa, and this area is called KL Central. Okay, first you set their GPS of Old Klang Road. You let them know what's Old Klang Road. Okay, a lot of people travel in and out Old Klang Road every day, but they actually do not know. Have you experienced that before? You travel to a place every single day, but actually you do not know what's that place called. I have experienced that before. Okay, so now I tell you, this is Old Klang Road, this is Federal Highway, this is East West Link, and over here there's one project called 9 Sebuteh. And then here, there's a project called South Bank. Opposite South Bank, what project is that? Avantas. After South Bank is Scott Garden. Then we have Worth Suites. Here we have Pearl Surya. And here we have Pearl Point. Our project is here. 6.8 acres of land. This is called Millers. Mr. Buyer, let me show you the price. The current market value right now. Mid Valley is selling 1,100 per square feet. Echo City 1,600. Bangsa South 1,000. Bangsa, Nadi Bangsa 1,500. Kiao Strandal 1,100. Okay? So if you realize this part is all 4 digits per square feet. 1,000 and above. We are just a stone throw away. If you drive from Millers to Mid Valley, it's about 5 minutes, maybe less than that. If there's no traffic. If there's traffic, maybe 10 minutes. Don't talk about Mid Valley side. We talk about 9 Sebuteh, it's 850 per square feet. South Bank, 750 per square feet. This bare unit. Avantas is selling at 750 per square feet. Subsale. This one is leasehold. Scott Garden is 700 per square feet, but the management is very terrible. Oh, you know. First Street is selling at 1,100 per square feet. First Julia now 750 per square feet. Subsale market rate. Miller's, how much are we selling? 800 per square feet. Partially furnished. So actually 800 is not a bloated price, I would say. It's current market value. Current subsale market value is selling at 700 to 800 per square feet. Okay? And then you need to fork out 10% to buy a subsale building. 700,000 you need to fork out 70,000. Including legal fees and everything, is 100,000 really. But how much you need to pay for owning a Miller's? 0. Legal fees absorbed. Loan legal fee absorbed, loan stamp duty absorbed, okay, and then you have 3% cashback if you get 90%. And on top of that is partially furnished. Maxim style kitchen cabinets, aircon, okay, wardrobe, fridge, washing machine, drying machine. You only need to buy a mattress to move in only. So you save a lot of money. For own stay, it makes sense because you save the money. Then talk about accessibility. Here, you can go to Kesas. Here, you can go to Kesas. Here, you can go to Puchagama. After South Bank, there's this, let's go to Taman Desa. And then, do you know they already opened up a new bridge over here to go to MPE? Okay? Here, you go to MPE, Sunway. Here you go to Puchong. This is Federal Highway. You go to PJ. Here there's a Kerinci link. You go to Mong Kiara. And Penchala link to Bandar Utama and Kepong. Here you go to KLCC. Here you go to Seremban. Here, there's the next highway. You go to Cyberjaya. And the other way, you go to Jalan Tun Razak. So in total, there are 7 highways that connect to Old Klang Road. Now you open the map up, and then you draw Old Klang Road up. If you draw Old Klang Road, you open up Google Map up, and you look at Klang Valley. Okay? You look at Klang Valley like this, the greyish area, and then you draw across. Old Klang Road is right smack in the middle. It's even more centric compared to KLCC. CLCC is on the northern part, but Old Klang Road is smack right in the middle. You go to Klang, you go to Cheras, north you go to KLCC, down south you go to Deng Kyu and KIA. It's all within like 30 minutes drive distance. Really, really strategic. That's why IQI picked the office over here. I'm from Sri Kembangan. Some of my friends from Kepong, some of them my friends from Klang. When they come over here, it's all very near. Really, really near. You want to go to BJ, Puchong, Sunway, KL, Mong Kiara, Bangsa, everywhere is like 15 minutes drive only from